Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Please abide by Gastric Plus. Let's give credit where credit is due. It was a fun run last time. High, like extraordinarily high damage. And hold on. 9M77 NLZK. We do have a 23 rate of fire, but it's because we have quad shot. So I can't be too upset as of right now. But yeah, last run was really fun. If I'm gonna be upset, well, I mean, I hate to call it upset, because, like, you know, there are things in my life that upset me. I guess if you wanna, you know, if you can call it an upset when a sports team beats another sports team, as mild as it is, then sure, I can sometimes get a little upset, but, you know, upset for me, that's, as an adult, that carries some weight, you know? I see news stories that upset me sometimes. When Isaac doesn't give me a tears upgrade, I don't feel the same sort of emotional pull, is what I'm trying to suggest. But anyway, all of this aside, all joking aside, it was a fun run, and we gotta give credit where credit is due. Let's go check out the curse room, and we will probably... You know, I'm gonna choose willfully to take half a Spirit Heart extra damage to save our Emperor card. And the main reason for that, I'm gonna check one of these. He's done it. The main reason for that is basically unbridled laziness. If we use our Emperor card on this floor, we already know where the boss is. If we use our Emperor card on the next floor, our deal with the devil is, you know, right there in front of us. Definitely have the HP required to take a deal right now. I gotta tell you, this is too much information, but that's pretty much what this series has become at this point. I'm dealing with a little bit of gastrointestinal distress today. I'm not going to go into more detail than that. I think it's unnecessary. But I got to tell you, there's like a recurring theme. Yo, hold on. This is important. The last time I felt this, and I know, yeah, but you said food poisoning wasn't real. No, that was a bit. That was just a simple joke. Do you think that Tom Hanks' real name is David S. Pumpkins? Because it is. I think I'm gonna stick with like little delirium or delirious just because it's weird, but I did want bookworm. We have no keys, but it was worth it. It was well worth it. It's not Emperor card. I mean, the floor is small and our power is high. The last time I felt this brand of gastrointestinal distress, there was a recurring theme, and that echoes with today's, and that's that I had eaten a prepared entree from this particular movie theater. Last time, you might remember when I saw John Wick 3 Parabellum. We had kind of like, basically most of the time we go to the movies, we'll like eat at home first, maybe get some popcorn, or we'll try to eat at a restaurant like near the movie theater, because I don't want to eat at the movie theater. But on today's particular day, you know, the timing didn't line up. We ended up at the movies, and I was hungry, and I was like, you know, I'm too hungry for popcorn. And it's not, you know, like from a health standpoint, it's not necessarily ideal to eat like 1,000 calories of carbohydrates and salt. I know salt doesn't make calories, but you get the idea. Oh, what have I done? So I was like, you know what, I'm going to give you a chance. When I saw John Wick Parabellum, I had a chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich was one of the most sloppily constructed pieces of food I've consumed in my entire life. It was a bun, lettuce, a grilled/boiled chicken breast, and just like, you know, more mayonnaise than is sensible. On like my fourth bite, by the way, can't get into the item room. The run is still amazing, don't get me wrong, but we can't get into the item room. Regardless. Let me out. We, the fifth bite of the chicken sandwich, I took a bite, half the chicken breast, because of the prodigious amount of mayonnaise, just slid out of the other side, and it fell on the movie theater floor. So it was a disaster. Next day, tummy was a little upset. This time, I was like, I'm not gonna get that chicken sandwich. It was terrible. Instead, I got a grilled chicken wrap. Look, there's not a lot of options, okay? I know you're like, why'd you go back for the chicken? They only serve one kind of meat here. This isn't your fancy movie theaters, your premium VIP experience, okay? And I needed something resembling a real meal. I gotta tell you, the taste of the wrap was surprisingly good. Woke up this morning, tummy doesn't feel so good. I gotta stop eating at this movie theater. It's not gonna be hard. I have to now, like, when one thing happens, you know, if it happens one time, you know, maybe, oh, yeah, ate at a restaurant next day, you got some gastrointestinal distress. You can't, it's not fair, in my opinion, to attribute that to a single restaurant. I don't know, that was my main purpose in that bit where I said food poisoning wasn't real. Was people are always like, you know, 100% of the time they get food poisoning, they're always like, it must have been at that Mexican restaurant. It couldn't have possibly been that I urinated, didn't wash my hands, and then, you know, kneaded dough with my fingers, baked the bread, and ate 10 slices of it. It's always like, you know, I went into a restaurant, and I'm pretty sure that's the cause. And sometimes it might be, but all I'm saying is if you went to the restaurant twice and you got brown S coming out of your A 2 times, you start to be like, you know what, something at this place doesn't agree with me. I've had it, I mean, this is now too much information in extreme, but I've had it happen at nicer restaurants too. It's not exclusive. I'm not even suggesting it's food poisoning, you know, because I'm talking and working and, you know, not really having that bad of a day, to be honest with you. I mean, I would say I'm having a good day, but, you know, we went to like a really sick ramen joint once, and then I had what I would describe as a gastric emergency that thankfully I was able to get handled in the Safeway bathroom, which is not where you want to have those moments of vulnerability, but that's okay. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. I don't know. Guess I just didn't get good sleep last night. Like 2 months later, went back to the same ramen joint, exact same opinion, or not opinion, but, you know, situation. And I was like, I really like that place, but something about what they got going on does not agree with me. By the way, you might, baby stomach. I do not have a baby stomach. This is like 2 stories in a decade. I apologize for the visual filter on that, by the way. I forgot it existed. I don't have a particularly strong stomach, but I don't have a weak stomach. I think I might just have like one undiagnosed food allergy that I don't really care that much about. I've been blessed, you know, my whole life. You go to restaurants in the modern era, they're like, hey, do you have any food allergies we should know about? And you're like, nah, dude, what do you think I am? Some kind of baby? Yeah, like the table over there, the guy's got a peanut allergy. Just get over it, idiot. That's not what, I'm joking. I always, you know, I'm guilty of thinking that everybody's seen every episode. You believe that people are gonna, you know, understand your joke without them necessarily having the reason to understand a joke. So one of the comedy bits I take issue with the most, and I've said it before, is when people have the opinion like, you know, well, I think if you have a food allergy, you should just be dead, and then, you know, sorry. There's many comedians, including one of my actual favorite comedians, Mike Birbiglia, have jokes about food allergies that make me cringe a little bit. Just, I mean, it's not, you know, they're not cancel-worthy offenses. Let's just call it like we see it. It's just a matter of civil disagreement. But, you know, Because I brought a peanut butter sandwich on the airplane, and then the flight attendant said, "Excuse me, sir, you can't eat that peanut butter sandwich because there's somebody, you know, seated in the row across from you that's allergic to peanuts." And then I ate it anyway because, ha ha ha, it's my sandwich. I'm like, dude, like, I get it, but the dude with the peanut allergy, he could die. I get it, like, if somebody was like, "Sir," and I don't like the smell of egg salad sandwiches, okay? If I turned to somebody eating an egg salad sandwich on an airplane, and I was like, "Hey, sir, could you not eat that? I don't like the smell," and he told me to mind my own business, I think he would be in the right. But if I was like, "Sir, could you not eat that peanut butter sandwich? If an atom of peanut wafts over here, I could suffer a legitimate medical emergency that could result in my death and leave, you know, my children fatherless," and he was like, "Mind your own business," I would probably try to get the authority on the airplane involved, not to get him incarcerated, but to just have the sandwich removed from my premises if possible. People, I don't know. People are babies about that stuff. People are already like, they should have flights that just don't have babies on them. It's ridiculous. What do you want now? Oh, hey, everybody with a peanut allergy all has to fly out at the exact same time. Hey, how about this? If you recline your seat, you get to get on an airplane that only has other recliners on it. How about you have to deal with people that are reclining their seat into your freaking legs? Oh, NL, that's not the same. I'm 5'7.5". There's not enough room for my legs on the airplane. You wouldn't understand. I understand completely. Don't get it twisted, sir. What I understand is that inconveniences to you have an amplified merit in your mind, and inconveniences to other people you are very inclined to believe are merely fabricated. And I've used many large words in my description here, which means I must be correct. You know, it's just, we all gotta live on this planet with one another. You really think somebody would try to... They'd have, like, no reason? They just arbitrarily try to infringe on your right to eat a peanut butter sandwich? Look, my dad is allergic to penicillin, you know? It's not an uncommon allergy. I mean, I actually, to be honest, I think I have a mild penicillin allergy. It can't be that serious because, whenever I go to the doctor and they're like, "Do you have any allergies?" I'm like, "I might be allergic to penicillin." They're just like, "Yeah, whatever." You know, obviously, if I was like, "I might be allergic to sunlight," they would probably be like, "We're gonna run some tests." This one, they almost treat it like, "Oh, this guy, hey, you don't have to have an allergy, sir. Stop trying to feel special." Yeah, well, you might have an allergy to freaking anything, dude. Big, quit bragging. Anyway. The reason I'm not trying to say that I'm special, you know, by saying I might have an allergy to penicillin. It was just, remember when I was into cheese for like a month? And I was like, I've been eating these blue cheeses, but it's weird, like, after I eat the cheese, I feel a little feverish. And like, you know, my body temperature goes up, and I feel like a little dizzy. And people were like, "Yeah, that's not normal. Most people just eat, you know, a blue cheese, and they go like, that was good," or "Ooh, that was disgusting." You're gonna make me go all the way back, aren't you? It wasn't like catastrophic, but it was just, you know, you'd eat the cheese and then like 30 or 45 minutes later, I'd be like, "Ooh, feel a little," you know, the feeling of like a fever coming on, but just a little itty bitty fever. Well, might as well try for Perthrow. It was not, but that's okay. We're 12 minutes in, and we're at the mom fight. That is a comical level of support so far. I'm very happy. But, you know, how would you feel? You got an allergy to penicillin. You go into the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, well, we're just going to give you penicillin anyway, because, you know, it's the best medicine." Oops, you're dead. Maybe it's not a one-to-one thing. I'm just saying you got to be more sensitive, you know? The worst is when I've heard people use, like, the evolutionary argument, you know, like, well, you know, people who have food allergies is a sign of, like, genetic weakness, so for the progress of the human species, like, you know, it's survival of the fittest. Nothing about our current, at least in like the Western world, is about survival of the fittest. You use like a toilet today, or did you just, poop in the ground and then, cover it with dirt and hope it didn't leach into your actual like potable water supply? Did you, eat refrigerated food today? Did you get that food yourself, or did you buy it from a supermarket through a job where you like sit at a desk and answer your telephone, and fill out forms? Like if you want to talk about survival of the fittest, you better be living on like the savannah, living like a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Oh, it's survival of the fittest, and yet every time you get a sore throat, you're like, it's the worst thing I've ever felt. People are very, so not all people I should say, but a lot of people are very intolerant about things that don't actually affect them, It's very easy to be, it's survival of the fittest, and then you're like, if it was survival of the fittest, you want to run 100 meters against me right now and see who's fitter? Well, that's not really what I meant. I was like, if you, I was just looking to have the opinion that, justifiably, if you can't eat gluten, you shouldn't pass on your genes. It's a very, very bigoted way to look at the world, in my opinion. We all gotta. Nobody chooses to be allergic to peanuts or peanut butter or penicillin or other things that start with the letter P. Does it really inconvenience you that much? But plus, what adult eats a peanut butter sandwich on an airplane? Come on. That's a sandwich. Look, I wouldn't get into this were it not for the fact that this hypothetical straw man that I've invented is definitely in the wrong, indefensibly. But you're gonna be mad about you can't eat your peanut butter sandwich? A peanut butter sandwich is a sandwich for children. If you ate that sandwich quietly, and you didn't bother anybody else, then it wouldn't be an issue. But because you're I'm so high and mighty, I gotta take you to task. That's not a sandwich befitting an adult's diet. How long does a peanut butter sandwich keep you full as an adult? 15 seconds? I know peanut butter is fat rich. I'm just saying, like 2 little spreads of that, 2 slices of white bread. That's like a 300 calorie sandwich with very little macronutrient benefit. Don't try to be that guy. Peanut butter has a lot of protein, actually. Not in a grand sense. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this. I'm just saying, compared to other, if you're a vegetarian, it's maybe a little bit more suitable. I mean, I'm not a nutritionist for one, but if you're trying to get enough protein to actually keep you satiated, yeah, it's got more protein than like a leaf of iceberg lettuce, but you're not really at Builder's bar levels. Anyway, the point is, get over yourself. Just get a different sandwich. What you should do in that situation, which people didn't because the situation was entirely made up for stand-up comedy, is go, okay, I won't eat a peanut butter sandwich, but the guy with a peanut allergy has to buy me a sandwich on the airplane. See, that's I think the adult approach, is, your allergy has now inconvenienced me, which is fine, but I'm gonna be hungry, so you should replace my lunch. I think that's fair, but it's different strokes for different folks. I'm very sensitive about this stuff because people, it's so easy to min-max other people's lives and make decisions for them. I've had like back, shoulder, chest hair since I was 16 years old, and the way people talk about you when you have body hair is like you made a choice when you were born to be like, hey dude, hey mom and dad, make sure you give me the genes that give me body hair at I'm trying to build the bit in a more elegant way. Can I have the genes where like a year after entering puberty I have a back that looks like a 45-year-old man's? That's basically what people think, And they're like, well, if I had body hair, I would just spend $150 every 6 weeks to get it completely waxed so I was smooth as a dolphin. No, you wouldn't. You might if you're like a swimmer or like an underwear model or something, but People got work to do. They got other expenses. But of course, you're like, well, if I did it, I would, if I had body hair, I would simply choose not to. That's an interesting one. I never really thought of it that way. You gotta, you know, and I'm not saying I'm completely innocent of this either. I'm just saying we all gotta, you know, recognize it's not that easy. And I mean, the body hair thing is whatever. I have a sense of humor about it. I didn't have as much of a sense of humor about it as, you know, when I was like 16 years old. Because when I was 16, I was like, if anybody sees that I have back hair as a 16-year-old, it's gonna be a real, not a problem, but it's gonna be embarrassing. As a married 30-year-old man, I'm like, yeah, I got back hair. I also have like a job and like responsibilities, and like I'm not proud of it, but at the same time, I'm like, you can find other things to make fun of me for. Make fun of me for crying at the end of Black Panther. That one gets me every time. It cuts me deep to the core. You're like, you got back hair. I'm like, dude, I didn't choose my genes, dummy. You think I would have chosen huge head? Usually, you've seen my baby photos. Have you seen Lion Baby? That baby has an enormous head. No human being on earth would ever be like, oh yeah, put in the big head cheat. You know? You just, you gotta deal with the cards you're dealt. And if that includes a peanut allergy or, you know, an idiosyncratic walk, incredible roguish good looks, Steve Carell-esque body hair as an adolescent, you know, you gotta take what you take the good, you take the bad, you take what's left, and then you have the facts of life. So what I'm saying is simultaneously, give up your peanut butter sandwich for the people that have peanut allergies. Recognize that it's hard, you know? For the person with the peanut allergy, it's harder for them than it is for you. And if you're the person with the peanut allergy, have a sense of humor. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find peak enlightened centrist on this bit. And it's, normally I got more time to wind it down, but you know, this video's gone by real quickly. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Just a single demon heart. It's an enemy that's pretty nice to fight with the Maw of the Void. It's a very fast run. Considering, like, you know, when you start with quad shot, the run could really go either way, right? You could end up never compensating for your nerfed rate of fire. Yokami and Conception gave us Dark Bomb as well. I don't know when that happened. That might have been a long time ago, so. I don't know, man. I know people, they have this opinion that people are so sensitive these days. But they use, I agree, but they use it in like a different way. I always complain about the people who complain when a baby cries in the airplane. I used to be like that, and that's why I cringe at it. I'm like, dude, get over it. It's a baby. Yes, does it inconvenience you? Yeah, man. Of course, nobody, given the choice, you wouldn't choose to be around a crying baby. But what do you want them to do? Hey, could you hit the baby's off switch, please? Just get over it. You know, they're young parents. They're more mortified of it than you are. Noise canceling headphones, you know, were invented like 25 years ago. Just crank up the movie. This is, you know, there's other, I don't want to get into it. I'm just saying, you know, there's, you know, 7 billion people on Earth. Sometimes other people are going to inconvenience you. It's life. Should take that advice myself, though. Hey, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See you.